Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, October 12th, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Climate protesters swarm the White House. Far-left activists stalk Senator Sinema at the Boston Marathon. Las Vegas Raider coach John Gruden canceled. A new study finds smoking pot could lead to COVID. Also ahead, teaching your kids about skin color. But first, hundreds of climate change protesters surrounding the White House. The group originally gathered to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day, but then demanded President Biden do more to combat global warming. The demonstrators vandalized a statue of Andrew Jackson. I don't know what he has to do with global warming. And they spray painted a slogan, "Expect us and respect us." The Secret Service arrested at least a dozen people attempting to damage federal property. Nearly all were immediately released, and I bet none will be prosecuted. Far-left activists hounding Senator Sinema while she ran in the Boston Marathon. Unhappy progressives followed the Democrat throughout the 26-mile race, holding signs demanding she agree to President Biden's $3.5 trillion spending package. Since refusing the deal, the moderate from Arizona has been harassed in public restrooms, airplanes, and the U.S. Capitol. Another sign the progressive fascists are completely out of control. Las Vegas Raider coach John Gruden has been canceled for emailing race and gender slurs. While working for ESPN as a broadcaster, Gruden disparaged blacks and gays, so he'll most likely never work again. Not defending Gruden, but the cancel culture in the USA is truly frightening. New study from the World Psychiatric Association says heavy users of pot may be more susceptible to breakthrough cases of COVID. Research found vaccinated people who abstained from marijuana faced a 3% rate of breakthrough infection compared to 7% for pot users. In a moment, the truth about teaching your children critical race theory in public schools. We'll be right back with that. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, teaching American kids about skin color in school. According to the American Bar Association, critical race theory is defined as an academic discipline formulated in the 1990s and built on the intellectual framework of identity-based Marxism. Wow, that's kind of pinheady. But what it means is this is a theory that's been around for 30 years, and it's basically to teach people that communism, that's Marxism, is good because all people of color are not treated like white people. That's it. Now, CRT states that white Americans have historically mistreated and harmed minorities, mostly African Americans. The systems that allow our society to function, everything from courts to sports, stems from past injustices and are inherently beneficial to white people. So those systems must be replaced, and that includes capitalism. CRT has now been injected into public school systems, teacher training programs, and corporate human resources departments in the form of diversity training programs. When you hear that word, diversity, you know critical race theory is not far behind. For example, while they don't exactly say CRT, materials associated with it are now used in the country's largest school districts: New York City, LA, Chicago, Miami, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, and many others. According to reporting by the New York Post, there is an incessant fixation on white guilt and using the terms colonial and settler to describe white children who are in the classroom. Now, these kids don't know what that is. They're confused. Teachers in Philadelphia protested when state lawmakers tried to ban CRT. Said one local teacher there, quote, "We're going to continue to encourage our teachers to teach about racism and teach about the truth and the past of this country," unquote. Well, you know and I know the truth is far-left ideology, according to this person. Now, this is a massive problem. American children should not be taught that skin color defines them, because that divides the kids. Whites are privileged. Blacks are victims. Is that a good thing for young children to digest? No, it is not. As a former high school teacher, I believe this is appalling. Critical race theory has no place in any American school. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. For more honest news analysis, please go to BillO'Reilly.com. And I hope you check out my book, Killing the Mob. You'll like it. In a moment, something you might not know. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honoring America's heroes and their families with 200 mortgage-free homes this year. Amazing. In a moving tribute to the fallen, the foundation's chairman and CEO walked from the Pentagon to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, then on to Ground Zero, more than 500 miles through 6 states in 42 days. Thanks to your support, the foundation brought Towers of Light back to the Pentagon and Shanksville memorials in remembrance. And in a first for America, the foundation read aloud the names of those who lost their lives to 9/11-related illness. On Veterans Day, another first will arrive. The foundation is reading aloud the names of people lost in the War on Terror. So please do some good and help America never forget. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org. Great cause. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 211 years ago today, villagers in Munich, Germany, kicked off a 2-week festival to celebrate the marriage between the Crown Prince of Bavaria and his new bride. Today, the party is associated with beer, pretzels, and bratwurst. Here is the history behind Oktoberfest. On October 12, 1810, the royal couple invited the townsfolk to witness the wedding in a public park just outside the city gates. The event was such a hit, residents decided to recreate it every year. Without the bride and groom, they were unnecessary. But the beer was not unnecessary. So the festivals grew larger each decade. By the 1870s, the original site had been transformed into a 2-square-mile amusement park filled with carousels, food halls, and again, lots of lager. Today, more than 8 million people descend on Munich each fall. Between September 18th and October 2nd, folks ingest about 3 million gallons of beer. I was there. I saw it. Brewers even create a special batch for the occasion, simply called Oktoberfest beer. But beware, 1 liter contains the alcohol equivalent of 8 ounces of schnapps. Sneaker company Adidas even releases a vomit-proof shoe for those looking to party hardy. The Red Cross erects a medical tent on the premises of Oktoberfest to help those suffering with alcohol-related maladies, and there's a lot of that. These days, it's not just Europeans taking part. Oktoberfest is now celebrated everywhere from South America to Japan. In the USA, parties are held in nearly every city. The biggest bash can be found in Cincinnati. 500,000 folks crammed together to enjoy the spirits and sausages there. And here's something else you might not know. Oktoberfest was the first major festival to highlight new technologies of the time. Back in 1901, Munich's main beer garden was the largest building in town to have light provided solely by electricity. The person screwing in all those light bulbs was a 22-year-old man working for his family's utility company. His name? Albert Einstein. Bottoms up. Back after this. Fellow Americans, Bill O'Reilly here. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed the state of our great nation has changed dramatically, and with it, the world's rock-solid confidence in the U.S. dollar. Thanks to our government's out-of-control spending, many believe we'll see dark days ahead for the dollar. That's why today millions of Americans are putting a portion of their savings in gold and silver. And with their sterling reputation, American Hartford Gold is the only company I am happy to put my name behind. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Call 877-444-GOLD-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. That's 877-444-GOLD-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.